ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ನಾಳೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮು ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಯ್ತಾ? Ma'am, studying for physics, see. Attack with momentum, deceleration, acceleration. The defender's center of gravity goes over his base of support. Ankle breaker! ತಮಾಷೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ ಸಾಕು. ಅಪ್ಪ ನಿನ್ನ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಓಡಿಸ್ತಿದಾರಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? What happened now? Why so excited, ಅಮ್ಮ? ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. 10th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡು ಲೈಫ್ ಟರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟು. ಬಟ್ ಯೋರ್ ಡಾಟರ್ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಪ್ಲೇ ಬಾಸ್ಕೆಟ್ಬಾಲ್, it seems. Always study, study, study. You don't care about what I want to do only. Basketball is my life. Then basketball ge benki haga. Relatable. But see, just complaining about, oh, my parents are like this, my parents are like that, it won't help. Let's get into what we can actually do about this. And if your answer was no, consider yourself damn lucky, okay? And share this with a friend who really needs it. Because I know most people's parents are like mine. Trying to convince them about doing something different, whether it's playing basketball, starting a YouTube channel, or studying design. If you want to convince them about your dreams, it is like going on Shark Tank. First of all, don't go yelling like one stupid fellow. Don't pick up this bad habit from your PT teacher, okay? Like Newton Baba said, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. If you go yelling at your parents, they will throw the chappal at you. No, you want to calm down. Take a deep breath and then go to your parents like, Appa, I want to talk to you about something. Can I? And muhurta nodkond matadbeku, okay? Don't go to them when you have an exam the next day and when they have just come back from a long tiring day at office. Do this on a nice Saturday or Sunday morning or when you're going for a long drive somewhere. This way both of you will be in a peaceful state of mind, and then it's much easier to have this conversation and get cooked.
For starters, they will hit you with a bunch of facts.
See, you're in India. Here sports means two things: taking Aadhaar card and giving bribe. Only cricket is slightly better. On top of that, you are a girl and 5'5". Oh no! What basketball you'll play? They will ask you 1000 questions and you better have the answers ready. But what if I aim for the WNBA? Oh, WNBA? Name 5 WNBA players, let's see.
Then comes the main course. Some roasting.
Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Aja Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Brittany Griner. Oh, you're better than most people, I see. But see, the WNBA is only in the news for one reason. Because somebody is complaining about their pay. The WNBA has become a disgrace to every women's sports. It is the reason people are still making make me a sandwich jokes in 2025.
With a side of family honor.
I do not want my daughter to get into that mess and bring shame to our family name.
And then comes the dessert, the favorite part of any Indian parent.
Why don't you just focus on your studies and get one nice IT job like Sharma ji avara maglu? ಈಗ ನೋಡು, ಅವಳು ಯುರೋಪ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸೆಟ್ಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಗಂಡನ ಹುಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮದುವೆನೂ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಲು. So you will need a solid plan. And by solid plan, I don't just mean, oh, I will put up 1000 shots a day, I will work on my layups, I will spend half an hour doing dribbling, I will go to the gym 3 days a week, I will eat a balanced diet. No, your parents already know that. They see you putting in the work. At least I hope they do. Because if not, your parents are 100% correct. Give up on basketball and choose something which has a greater chance of success, like getting an IT job. But yeah, if you are working hard, I'm here to tell you that alone is not enough. See, if I come and tell you I'm going to work hard and I'm going to build a bridge from Tamil Nadu to Sri Lanka across the ocean, are you going to trust me with building that bridge? No, right? You will be like, are you Lord Ram or what? This is exactly how your parents would be thinking about a basketball career or just any career that they are not familiar with.
It's not just about what you're going to do to achieve your dreams. You should also help your parents understand how the entire system works and what results you can hope to achieve for your efforts step by step. And you have to address their concerns. After all, not even one of the facts they brought up was wrong. Indian basketball does have a lot of politics, age scams, corrupt referees, associations, along with poor infrastructure and even poorer salaries. It is difficult to get into basketball if you're shorter. And most people do not have a positive opinion of the WNBA.
Now, what do I mean by this, huh? Let's say you want to make the NBA or the WNBA. Sitting in India and thinking about that is, yes, about as crazy as building a bridge across the ocean. So, how do you get started? So, there's this tournament called Junior NBA. This is open to all schools. Maybe you're going to start off there, perform extremely well there, get invited to NBA Academy India, and then over there you'll meet international coaches, agents, scouts who are going to help you get into an American university, NCAA Division 1. And from there, you will be on the radar for NBA and WNBA scouts. If you lay it out like this, now that sounds much more doable than I'm just going to work hard on my game and one day I'll make the NBA. Let's say you want to make the Indian team. I have a whole video about the processes which it takes to get there. I'll have it for you at the end. But basically, you need to play district, state, national, international, right? But the problem is, if you're in a big state like Karnataka, lots of players, selectors might not get a chance to really see everyone's skills, especially if you're not in such a great club. And this is without even talking about all the corrupt practices that go on behind the scenes. So, how are you going to overcome this? How are you going to get around politics? That will be what your parents are worried about.
Maybe you will learn to play the game of
Oh,
politics.
politics is very dirty. ಈ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ I'm ready to go down and dirty.
Go to one of these courts where these big clubs are. Make friends with the players, make friends with the coaches, and try to get in like that. Or
Shift to Goa. It's a smaller state nearby, lesser players, so more opportunity to actually make it to the nationals. How will you go to Goa? So, this could be about how you're going to save up money to travel there and rent for a few months, stay there. Or maybe you're going to get a job over there working in the tourism sector. Who knows? But if you lay it out like this, even your parents can see where exactly your hard work is taking you, right? So they wouldn't think you're just wasting your time working so hard on something that will never work. Disclaimer, these are just examples, okay? Don't take my word for it. This is just to show you the level of detail you need to plan things out. And while you're planning all this out, don't ever neglect your studies, okay? You don't need to top the class and all that, but at least get decent marks, do all your homework on time, and all this brings us back to the main thing: plan these things out properly. If you're lucky, after all this, your parents will start full on supporting you. But if your parents are like mine, they'll still say, okay, give your basketball a shot. Let's see what happens. But don't neglect your studies, huh? And don't come to me for money.
so the next thing you will need to do is plan the money out here. If not from your parents, where will the money come from? Because obviously executing your plan won't be free, right?
You should be so good that brands are willing to sponsor you, or that you can get a sports scholarship into a university which is, very focused on sports. Either that, or you should wait until you grow up and get a job so that now you have your own money to use how you want.
And then the most important part, start executing the plan.
Execute Order 66. Welcome home. This is not a song.
And yes, I know this will take time. So until then, you focus purely on improving your game. Learn from YouTube.
go to a public court or play in your school, just keep improving your skills and keep your plan for once you start earning the money. You might be 20, 22 years when you really get started off on this plan. But trust me, it's better to start when you're 22 years old rather than just sit and say, oh, my parents this, my parents that, and never start. Who knows? You might get good enough to catch the attention of a sponsor or a college coach, and then you can fast track your progress. But yeah, even they prefer people who have a solid plan. Even I myself, until quite recently, I was just like watching YouTube videos, working on my game, then going to any public court or school ground I could find, and yes, making YouTube videos. It's only now that I'm actually starting to work on proper plans and work on implementing those plans now that I have some of my own money. So do subscribe and turn on all notifications if you want to see how I continue on this journey. I will bring you more such tips, tutorials, and how to deal with life situations. Now yeah, back to the video. I would say my parents do have a point. Yes, you can go play basketball all you want, but obviously money is important. So at some point you have to figure out how to fund it all yourself. You can't just keep relying on your parents, right?
This is something I used to hate them for before, but as I've gotten older, I've come to understand things from their point of view also.
And trust me, this is just the mid level of parents. Things can get way worse. Like, I've seen a lot of my friends, they weren't even able to go to their parents and talk about their plan. Like, their parents didn't even want to have this conversation. So, what are you supposed to do if that is your case? You skip this part about explaining to your parents. Obviously, you have a plan so that you can go straight to executing this plan once you have the money. Because, see, if they are not willing to listen, the only way you can make them understand is to do and show. If your parents are one extreme case, like all my house, my rules type of thing, then you might just have to get out of your parents' house. Obviously, I'm not telling you to just run away from home or anything like that. No, you tell your parents that you have some plans that you need to move out of the house to work on and that they won't understand this.
And don't lie to them either. You need to be honest, okay?
Sorry, Professor. I must not tell lies.
What is the problem? They don't want to listen and they can't understand your plan, so just tell them that. It's not like they're going to stop you because you're a grown adult and have your own money, right?
You know, in the West and all, it's very common for children to get out of their parents' house when they're 18. In fact, the parents only kick them out. It's just in Asian countries that it's seen as a little bit of a controversial thing. Yeah, this will mean you need slightly more money because you'll have to pay for your rent and all that on your own. It'll take obviously a bit more time then instead of 20 to 22 years of age. For you, it'll be 22 to 24 years of age. But yes, at this point, you will just have to move out of your parents' house and start executing your plan. And do come back once you have succeeded and help your parents understand things. Because at the end of the day, your parents are your teammates, they are not your opponents. So don't fight with them, yeah.
With whom are you fighting? Fighting with me is fighting with you. Suicide. Fool, understand, I am playing for you. I am your side person. I am not opposite side person.
After all, they only want what is best for you. Now, sometimes they might not understand what is best for you, they might not understand your dreams, and that's why you will have to help them out. Even if the situation gets to the point where you have to leave your parents' house, do come back once you're successful and help them understand things, make peace again. Now, if you want to learn how to make it to the Indian team and beyond, I break down the system in this video from the lowest club level till the Indian team level. All the best, machas. Please subscribe and turn on all notifications because I have so many more such videos coming for all you guys.